Hello, I'm Keith. Say hi, Spiv.
Hi, Spiv.
So this is our first broadcast. We're trying a true crime thing here. We're going to call it Warrants, Trials, and Felonies Podcast, the WTF podcast, right?
Yeah, because
So,
WTF crime.
right. I went online and I found this, so I want you to check it out. She
Okay.
hasn't seen it before. She knows a lot about crime, so she might have already seen this guy.
You
This
just sit down. I sat
is
in the front
Jesse.
row.
I get it. Your leg bothering you?
I got a bad hip. Hang on a second.
Hey,
Got a bad hip.
before we get started, can I get you a bottle of water or Dr. Pepper?
I remember
water would
this
be great,
case,
thank
but I
you.
don't remember all the
When's the last time
details.
you had anything to eat? You hungry?
I recognize
I ate
it.
lunchtime. I'm
It's
good.
hard to forget.
You like Jesse, all right?
Her
Oh, I don't
mom
like them.
and Ron
Oh, you know Jesse.
I've
live in a
seen
RV.
some of this.
Okay.
They decided that they were coming to Missouri uh, to support Tonya
Sure.
in her recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right, so Tanya's the wife. This is Jesse, who we covered, right? And they are in Missouri. This is 2021. Tanya's mother is Linda, and Linda remarried Ronald. So Ronald is the stepdad. So we have
Ronald and Linda's
Jesse
stepdad.
and Tanya, who are the married couple. They live together.
hmm
Ronald and Linda live in an RV.
hmm
So they stop by, and that's what Jesse doesn't like. Ronald doesn't actually live there. He stays in the RV to take care of the dogs, comes to the house on a regular basis.
But the mother-in-law has moved in.
Right, the mother-in-law stays there.
Even though they have an RV that they can't park outside?
Yeah. Well, the dogs stay there, and it's an RV park, and then they just keep coming to Jesse and Tanya's house. And then the father, Jesse's father, lives upstairs. It's a
Yeah.
duplex, and you can't
Okay.
get directly. You have to go outside. It's a duplex. But Dad is upstairs, so those are the players that we have here.
I don't get along with her mom, and
Clearly.
never
You're in an
been
interrogation
like
room.
hadn't been like outward friction there, but I stayed away from them. Don't want them in my life. I don't want to be in their life.
Right.
And so what ended up happening is her mom moved in on me, and Ron would just come and show up at the house whenever and just walk right in through the door. Now, bearing in mind, that's my place, and I'm the one that pays the bill on it.
So no knocking, just walk in the house.
So I felt pretty
Yeah,
disrespected.
I love that.
It
I
sounds
love
like
that.
they would just show up and invite themselves.
Well, see, when Tonya and I got together years ago, her
If it's
mom
true. If you tell
and
it.
Ron pulled this shit before,
Seems like a straight
where they just show up, kind of unannounced and stay,
Literally.
which I don't agree with.
Sorry.
I don't think you do that. I wouldn't do that to my own family.
Sure.
That's no social grace there at all. You understand what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
do that.
Mhm.
But they did it again, showed up. And, bearing in mind, my wife has just had lower back surgery, and I didn't want to
So
make
Tanya's
it
pretty
hard
much
for
immobile.
her.
And so did that surgery that she had, I imagine, being a back surgery, that
But he's
probably
not
later
helping
on
her?
she probably couldn't
He does
walk,
help.
or is that not
Okay.
the case?
She, at the very
Her mom's
first, she
coming
was
to see you
walking.
actually.
Yeah, mom's coming to help.
I had to help her get down in her chair. I had to help her get up
Okay,
out of her
yeah,
chair. I
that's-
had to
forgot.
help her get into
Tanya,
bed
yeah.
and swing
Yeah,
her
yeah.
legs in for her and stuff. Her mom couldn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Her mom's got a bad back and bad stuff on her.
Mm-hmm. So tell me how those conversations went.
Well,
So
mom
I
has
told
bad
her, I
back.
said,
Helping
I'm not
her with
happy
bad
about
back?
this. I ain't going to live like
Okay.
this.
Mm-hmm.
I said, they need to go. I am here. I offered to cook her anything she wanted. Her mom, like I said, wasn't able to physically help her do anything.
Yeah.
And like I said, I felt intruded upon. I felt disrespected. And,
It's his house, pays the bills,
I
he'll
pay
cook
the fucking
anything you
bill on
want,
that place.
right?
So that gives me some say.
Like, what kind of exchange?
Damn right.
Someone who
I
committed the
haven't
crime
had no
he did makes
exchanges
me have a
with them.
little
That's
trouble
the point.
believing
I
he
don't
does
like
that
them.
effort, but
I don't want to be in their life. I don't want them
I
in
do-
my
I
life.
do
That's what the whole
sympathize
fucking
with
problem was.
Okay.
They pushed
Communicating.
themselves into my
Now-
life.
Had there been any threats back and forth on,
No.
on their side?
Uh-uh.
Nothing.
No.
he's
No
digging
threats
himself
or-
a hole.
No, but I did tell Tonya earlier in the week that I was really unhappy with the way this was going and I wasn't going to put up with it. And if she persisted that, it was going to be on her, the consequences would be on her.
And,
You have to have-
And I guess she decided to call my bluff today.
Okay, and so when you told Tonya that the consequences would be on her, did you, elaborate and tell her what those
No,
consequences would
I
be?
didn't.
Did she ask or anything like that?
No.
So it was kind of open-ended?
Yep.
Did you know what you were meeting at the time?
No, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew it wasn't going to be fucking good. And,
Jesus.
you know, Dad has known what's been going on all week because I go up and I spend time with him, talk with him, and I generally cook his dinner for him and stuff like that.
Sure.
Check on him
Cook
several
dinner for
times a
everybody.
day.
Sure.
Okay.
We got walkie-talkies to stay in contact, type of deal.
He's got
And
walkie-talkie with
anyway,
his
while I
dad.
was
So
up
he is
there,
caring for
I
his
see
dad.
him
His dad
roll
is
in,
dementia, right? Dementia upstairs.
and
Okay.
you know, I went down there and I walked in and they're all sitting there in the kitchen
Your missus downstairs. Right?
downstairs. I walked in and I said, Ron and Linda, you need to leave. And my wife said, they're not going anywhere. I'm half owner of this place. They stay here as long as they want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I went outside, I got my gun, I walked back in, I shot them all in the head. Then I shot them all in the head again to make sure they were down.
Okay.
I was with him up until that.
That's my point. It's
I
like,
had it in my truck.
I remember
Yeah, do you
when-
usually keep a
I
gun?
mean, it's
in your
not
car?
Yes, I
funny.
do.
What kind of gun was that?
Yeah.
But
Well,
Do you
it's
remember
so
the brand?
absurd, right?
I remember when I watched him confess before, it was just like, I understand, because like I've had in-laws like that
We've
before.
all fought it, right?
But he did it.
He did it, right?
But also like the way his wife is so antagonistic with him, I'm like, there's something else going on there too.
I have no doubt she's a
Yeah.
handful. Let's
Oh,
check,
yeah, yeah,
let's
yeah.
check out the monster Tonya here. Are you ready?
Oh, is this
Yeah, let's see
Tonya?
Tonya. There she is. I mean,
Oh yeah, she really looks like she could, kill you just by
yeah.
them in the house. So that
Yeah. So let's see our other.
so that's his wife.
That's the wife. That's Tonya.
Okay.
This is Ron and Linda.
I'd never seen a picture of them. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
Ron and Linda. They
Oh, that
are
makes it so much worse.
71 and 78.
Oh, that makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
A 78-year-old?
71 and 78. And then Tonya.
Like, he looks like an old man.
And then Tonya, who is, you know,
Who has
bad
a back
She has a
injury.
bad back. Yeah. And so does Linda. They're basically immobilized.
Like, at that
According
point,
to Jesse.
ooh,
Yeah, we've all fought it, but, like I'm gonna leave
get a
something.
divorce.
It does seem like there's better options. Yeah.
It's like
Model anyway.
the true crime model. Get a divorce.
It sounds like you confronted
Look,
Linda and Todd and
it all-
told them to leave.
From the time that I lost it,
Mhm.
it was under a minute.
I-
Everything.
Honestly, I believe him. He's very straightforward with a lot of his
So
stuff.
where was Ron at when you shot him?
Sitting in my chair at the table.
Sitting in your chair at the
Yeah.
table.
And when I told them they needed to leave,
And I want you to know I edited this for dramatic effect, but he opened with this. He walked in, sat down, and
Yeah.
interrogator said, you want to tell me what happened today? And he just opened with, well, I walked in there and shot them all in the head. So I did this for dramatic effect, but he'd already.
they
opened.
didn't make a move to get up. They looked at her and decided they were staying.
They just ignored you.
And that's when I decided, all right then, because, I warned her earlier in the week, and I told her I was very unhappy about this, and I said, if you're going to make me go off,
She's probably not even her right
and if
mind.
you do,
She's
this is
on
on
the
you.
Yeah.
Could be.
And this is what she got for it. She made me go off, and now there's 3 fucking dead people. It was over and under a minute.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have time to react.
I didn't start off with a handgun.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it ended up.
Yeah.
I come outside, and I seen my dad coming down there, and I told him, do not go down there, get your ass back up in the house.
Did you tell him what had happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it that you told him?
I told him I just shot
dad
him.
with
How
dementia.
did he react to that?
He was heartbroken, of course.
Yeah. Who was the first one of the 3 that you shot?
I mean,
Ron.
You
it's
shot
hard
Ron.
not
He was
to
in your
laugh.
chair.
It's so absurd.
Did he see you coming, or
Yeah.
what did
He
say?
started to try. First he looked at her, and he started to turn his head to me, and by then I got him. And Linda was all fucking surprised that I just shot Ron, and I shot her in the fucking head.
Did either one?
And then I turned and I shot her in the head.
Yeah.
I warned them.
Do you think the genuine
fucking told
like
him.
I'm laughing because like, I
I
can't
guess
believe him.
she decided.
Right. But you see that there was no yelling, there was no screaming. He walked down and said, "You need to leave." The wife said,
He's gonna get
"They're going to stay as long as they want." And he calmly walked to the truck and calmly shot them in the head. Like
That's premeditation.
it is absolutely.
That's gonna.
It's not even. There's no heat. There's no passion. There's no screaming. There's nothing. He even said it. There's been no exchanges of any kind. I can't
No
believe it
threats.
escalated to that from complete cold stop to shooting people in the head.
Well, usually the next step
Wanted to
is
call my
hitting
bluff.
them, beating them, dragging them out of the house before you resort to shooting someone.
Right, you'd expect some kind of fight, some kind of altercation, at least a verbal
Yeah.
one, but there was nothing. He just calmly went to the gun. These people were totally surprised by this.
So here we
I wonder
are.
if he's ever threatened shooting people
Did
before.
any of them get anything out?
I think they cover that.
Nothing more than a little bit of a squeal. Like I said, it was all over real quick.
So they didn't have time to even say anything.
I shot them all three in the head, and then I shot him in the head again because I thought I seen him twitch, and I heard her gurgle, I heard Linda gurgle a little bit, so I went and put another one into her, and then I come back around to where Tonya was sitting, and I shot her again in the head to make sure she was done.
How long
So
had
did
you
you
and
catch
Tonya
that?
been married?
Shot them, then went back and did
Five,
it.
6 years.
That's when I was like, it's overkill. It's cold.
You know, I gotta ask Jesse.
It's almost
how
like a
he's feeling right
western.
To do that calm, pretty terrifying.
I'm upset, you know.
now. Sure.
Did you get life?
Sure.
That's what I wanted.
He's upset.
Like I said, I didn't start off wanting to do this. I never wanted to do this. I feel like
It
I
is
feel like
classic. It is classic abuser to be like, well, they made me do it. They made me shoot him in the head.
Sure.
And it's like, no, they didn't. I mean, yeah, they're being shitty, it seems like.
Right.
You're justified in your emotions, but not in your actions.
Right.
pushed me to the point that I had to do it, and I lost it.
You went out to your Ford, got your 9mm.
From the moment that happened, for me to walk out, grab my gun, and walk back in and put them all on the ground was all under a minute.
Okay. And they were all sitting at the kitchen table. You shot
Well,
Ron first.
Ron was sitting there when I shot him. By then, Linda had stood up.
You know what
and I
mitigating
shot her, and by
mitigating
then,
factors are,
Tonya
right?
had stood up, and I shot her.
Yes.
When
the
Linda
mitigating
stood up,
factors
did she
to
make it
are
any sort of
diminished
distance
or
away?
Yeah.
lessen
No.
the
You got it right.
degree to which
If he
your
had,
sentence, right?
if he had had the gun on him, that would have been a mitigating factor. The fact that he walks out to the car, unlocks his truck, goes in the glove box, each step adds to that. Adds to that.
Sure. For premeditation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this interrogator, we're going to talk about the interrogator in a second, but
At the table. Same
that's
thing
one of the
with
reasons
Tonya.
I
Did
like
she make
this
it away
is
from
him.
the table?
No.
at all? Okay. After you
Oh,
shot
he's
them,
great.
I shot all of them in under 10 seconds.
Okay.
I probably shot them all under 5
He's too
seconds.
excited about that.
And then took another 5 to shoot them again.
did you move them at all
No.
after you shot them?
I
So
didn't.
where we're finding them is
Where you're finding them
exactly-
is exactly where they landed.
Okay. Did you pick up any of the brass shell
No.
casings? You left all that?
I walked out, and I was going to try to call my sister
Mhm.
to tell her to come and get Dad.
Yeah.
And got voicemail. I didn't leave a message.
Mhm.
And I turned right around and called 911.
Yeah, the situation you described to me, it does sound incredibly disrespectful, them coming in the house like that. But I gotta ask, I mean, did you feel like you were in any type of danger physically from this?
No.
Okay. All right, and I do appreciate you being candid with me and honest. Well, out of state.
Honest, isn't it?
Yeah, I think their home state, I believe, is Louisiana, but they
Louisiana.
travel around in their RV.
Is that like a
And as far-
retirement thing, or are they homeless, or?
No, retirement. And as
Okay.
far as I know, it's parked up there in Strafford at the RV place.
Oh, those poor dog.
So you're probably going to
Yeah.
have to let somebody know that ain't nobody coming to get that today.
Sure.
Wow.
You know, and when we talked about them showing up and inviting themselves into your home, in disregard to how you felt,
I would say
You
it's
know, that's something
sociopathy,
I think
but I don't think it is. I think it's autism.
You think it's autism?
Partially. It's this black and white thinking, at least on the spectrum, possibly. Because I know a lot of people be like, oh, he's so straightforward. He's a sociopath or a psychopath. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, he's lived his whole life. He's had relationship. He takes care of his dad. I don't think this guy's a psychopath. I
He's
think
on marriage number 4.
like, I mean, there's plenty of
Tanya's
people
wife
who
number
aren't
4.
psychopaths who have had 4 marriages. But like,
The point is, he didn't kill the first 3 wives. He
Mhm.
killed I'm sure there was a mother-in-law
Yeah.
there too, and there's been other strife in his life.
he's
So.
gotten divorces before. I think he just had this black and white thinking of, well, they aren't respecting my house and my boundaries, and probably some sick, twisted idea of the castle doctrine,
Yeah.
where he's like, well, it's my house, it's my rules, and I'm the man of the house.
Right. Um,
Something.
It doesn't
does make
justify
me
what I did, all
wonder
right? I
what
know
he's
that. I can't help it.
Sure.
I didn't want to murder 3 people today, okay? I lost it.
Effect.
Okay? I didn't have control over that. I know what I did was wrong.
Sure, Jesse, this is the first
I
time
had,
met
I had,
you.
I had no control over it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I snapped,
No
I snapped.
control.
Okay? Like I said, I know it wasn't right. Okay? And I'm not trying to say that them forcing their way into my home and doing that justifies what I did, because it didn't. And here's the deal, I'm a veteran.
Doesn't justify it, but he spends the whole time justifying it.
And generally speaking, most people that know me know when I say that I will do something, I will absolutely do it.
That's
Don't
another
try me
opportunity.
out, because I'll do
I'm not
it
diagnosing.
every damn time. Take me serious when
If
I
you had
tell
to
you
guess.
something.
If I had to
And they did not take me serious. So this is the consequence of that. Now, I've killed them and ruined the lives of, their family, and I've ruined
So nonchalant.
my life.
Right. Like just 4 lives immediately.
I don't need a
All
lawyer.
ramifications.
I know what I did, and I know what I did was wrong, but the truth of the matter is I couldn't stop myself from doing it. It happened so fucking fast, I couldn't stop myself from doing it.
Have you had episodes or any sort
Yeah,
of
I've been
things like this
PTSD ever since I come out of the war. I've been
That tracks too.
Right.
dangerous
that
for a
kind of
long time,
crime.
and I've been able to maintain and not get into trouble.
before? Sure.
I mean, you check my record. I ain't got nothing on me.
A person
I
with
haven't
black and
done
white
shit.
thinking,
Sure.
been through
Something I want to
war.
address with that. You said you do have some PTSD or you have some issues.
Yeah, I've had
Sure.
them since I got out of the desert.
What branch were you in?
Army.
Army. And when did you get into the service?
Went in '88.
88.
Yep, I went through Desert Storm.
Yeah.
Served with the 2nd Armored Cavalry.
Yeah.
Out of Germany.
Germany.
And
Did you see anything?
yeah, ain't been right since got
It's
back.
88?
Who knows?
Have you,
I've been treating it by
He asked
smoking
him
marijuana and drinking,
sure.
trying to calm me down.
I mean,
And
it's
up
like a
to
PTSD
today, it's
just
been
being
working.
military, but
Have you ever been in contact with anybody from the VA,
Not-
like counselors, therapists, anything like that?
combat?
Is that something you've ever considered or thought
Not
about?
really, no.
Okay.
Every experience I've had with Army doctors has been bad, so
Or
they ain't never done anything good for me.
Yeah, I've unfortunately heard a lot of other people in your situation.
And that's why I wouldn't go
the
to
same
them.
thing. So, with you being in the military, I can imagine what the answer is, but something I would just like to ask. Before tonight, have you ever killed anyone before?
No.
Tonight's the very first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had enough, okay?
That's
had
what I
enough
wanted
of
to
it.
know.
Uh,
You caught that though, right?
Yeah, he's never killed anyone before. At least he says that, which I believe he would say if he killed someone.
Yeah, he's been pretty handed so far. He
I-
just admitted to killing 3 people, so
If he did not kill anyone and did not see anyone killed while he was in Desert Storm or in Germany,
Mhm.
then the whole PTSD thing, like you can get PTSD from things that are not combat, obviously.
sure.
But then using that as an excuse to shoot someone because of that PTSD doesn't track. Because like I have PTSD from doing CPR, but it had nothing to do with a gun. And so me shooting someone would not track with that PTSD.
That's true. It does track his behavior though, with
His
somebody who's
behavior-
suffering from to have this sudden outburst like that.
Yeah, that is common.
To
There's a
not
lot of
like
vets.
he probably has no priors when he's
Mhm.
18 or 19. Sounds like this guy's never been in trouble in his life.
Mhm.
So even in the prime crime committing years, he didn't do anything, and now he's just gone off the rails. So PTSD would explain a lot.
I do think PTSD explains a lot, but him being like, I had no control. Dude, you walked out to the car.
Yeah.
You unlocked your car. You like maybe your car was unlocked, but
I did want to leave that in there to be fair to Jesse here.
it wouldn't be a good idea for you guys to put me with anybody, because now that I've murdered 3 people, I ain't got nothing holding me back. Don't put me with someone. It's probably not going to
Probably
be
a
a good
good
idea
idea.
if you did
And
that.
that's why
Well, I
I
can
think he's
certainly-
supposed to that, because he's
I'm
like,
telling
I
you,
will
I'm dangerous, and it would be a bad idea for you to do that.
Okay.
he's got nothing to
We'll
lose.
make sure that message gets passed along because I don't want to see
Who's gonna take
anybody
his
else get
dad
hurt.
now?
Or
I mean, like I say, I just killed 3 people, so another one ain't gonna fucking make a difference to me now.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, you got a
But I
straight
can
for
tell, though, that,
homicide, you're done.
you
You're
know,
going to jail for life.
again, we know a mistake's been made, but I know that if you could
Gonna be a rough day
take
in
this
court.
back, you would, right?
oh, hold on.
You know,
This was important.
You know, again, we know a mistake's been made, but I know that if you could take this back, you would, right?
Oh, jeez.
I would like to. I wish I could take it back, but on the other hand, I really wish I hadn't been put in that position.
Sure.
So
I've
just
been
like you
waiting a
said,
fucking week. You know, I've got a personal code. If someone disrespects me 3 times,
3 times.
then I'm gonna fix that problem.
Sure. I know that some people might not
No
understand.
doubt. So I want to talk about the interrogator for a second. I
Yeah.
tried to look him up, and they protect him a little bit. He's this mild mannered. It's like just the guy who happened to be on duty
He's the
when he showed
perfect
up,
one.
and he's like, "I'm just filling in." He is there, and they kind of secretive about him. It was hard to pull up, but he is their guy. He's their guy they bring in for high profile cases, and he's done several of them.
So
And
he's
you can
good.
see this soft approach that he takes,
Oh, he's
right?
very good.
He's so soft, and the whole thing started off with him, "Can I get you something to drink? How's your knee doing?" And this whole time, they are just best buddies, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's helping them through this thing. I don't know if you noticed, but he asked him about picking up the brass. Did you move the bodies?
Yeah.
He asked him, "Did you feel threatened at any time?"
Mhm.
Like, no, I didn't feel threatened. Like his defense attorney, he's just checking these things off. I get this isn't the most difficult interview in the world because obviously he just confessed to
It's a
it.
very easy interview, but he's still a very skilled interviewer.
Right, right, yes. And
He's
so
incredibly good at this.
And if you had the TV cop come in and like, all right, you do this and put his finger in his face, this guy would have seized up immediately just because of whose dick's bigger contest. But this guy's just he's great. And then the last thing was he just asked him, hey, but obviously a mistake's made. You said it was a mistake. You wouldn't do this again, would you? I'm like, well, I don't know. They shouldn't have put me in that position. So the defense attorney has nothing. He just checked off every single thing that a defense attorney could have done to mitigate this case. And it's gone now. It's gone.
His 3-strike rule?
Yeah.
I have the same code. I will only let someone fuck me over 3 times.
Right.
But it doesn't mean I shoot them.
No, you don't
or
get to get a
kill
gun.
them. I just don't ever talk to them again.
That's true. There are other ways. But, Tonya is in his kitchen, and he does pay the rent. But I still think you can't shoot people, right?
About this is it makes perfect sense how Ron and Linda were getting on your last nerve, and you said, like you said, you snapped, you made a mistake. Why did you include Tonya in that and kill Tonya as well?
Tonya had every opportunity to stop this. I talked to her
This is Tonya's
Tuesday or probably Wednesday. And I told her that this shit, how unhappy I was, and that, I was about to pop about it. I was about to go off. I told her, I understand that she's here for your moral support. But this is enough. I've had enough. And, she had no respect for what I wanted. Or how I felt about it. She was going to do what she wanted to do. And by today, they were making a point with me about they're going to do what they want to do.
You said a few days ago, I think you might have said Wednesday, when you brought this up to Tonya, did she kind of tell you as much as she did today about how...
Oh, she pretty much, told me she's going to do what she wants to do.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's when I told her, you keep pushing this.
True.
You're going to get what you get when I go off, and it's going to be your own damn fault.
And once I get that to them, they'll review it.
You're not wrong.
And they'll decide if I have probable cause to believe that you committed murder today or not. And depending on how they review that, there might be a warrant issued for your arrest, which point would be a bail or a bond. Obviously, you'd already be in the jail, but that's going to be kind of the next part of this.
I really don't expect to be bonded or bailed out.
Sure.
I wouldn't think so.
I know I ain't
I don't think he
going
wants to
anywhere
either.
or doing anything
You
ever
have to
again.
put up
That's just
Cuba
the
for
procedure
bond,
that
right?
every single case case goes through.
Let's get on with it.
You've been straight with me.
Let's
so
get
I just
on with
wanted
it.
to be straight with you
I appreciate you.
and let you know
The judge is
exactly.
nice. We'll give him a $500,000 bond, but I don't think so.
On triple murder?
They probably do it for each.
Nah, this is never
No,
gonna
no,
happen.
for each count, minimum. That's why I'm saying minimum 500,000. They're probably going to do at least $1 million bail on each, at least.
I would bet no bond on triple
That's
homicide.
true. They could just do no bond.
The judge
Bond
gonna
is not
sign
a
on
right.
that. No,
People
there's no
think
bond
bond is a right. It's not a right.
Yeah, they're gonna put this guy in a cage by himself and study him for a while, I would think. Now, you see these cases where they're all full of bravado in the interrogation room. I don't care, I'll do the time. But then as soon as they get with a lawyer, they back off. And then, oh
He's
no,
not
no, no.
guilty.
Right. The interrogation was bogus, all that. So what do you think about Jesse here? Do you think Jesse's gonna stick with the I don't give a damn, or do you think suddenly he's gonna be like, wait,
I think
after
he'll stick
talking to the
with it.
attorney?
He seems very.
On triple murder, don't you think he'd sit in the cage for a little while and be like, I didn't know it was going to be like this? I imagine your first night in jail changes your whole perspective on, but what do you think? You think Jesse's that pig-headed, or you think Jesse's going to back off and be like, I got to get out of here. You got to help me.
Usually they do turn, but I think he's
I
that
would.
crazy.
Yeah, all right, let's see what's up with Jesse.
Before we do go next door, did you have any other last minute questions?
I don't.
Okay.
No questions.
Okay.
All right, Jesse.
It could be adrenaline that's making him do that, but I'm gonna guess
Can't
it's
catch
just
you
with
again when I
it.
walk you next door, but I will do it in the front.
He's
That'll
already
probably
a
be
very
more
unique.
comfortable for you.
See how nice he is? Like, this guy.
He's huge.
Oh, he's a big
This
man.
man is huge. I would be nice to him too.
And the interrogator, he's so nice. I knew his name, but I forgot it. He's so nice, and I guarantee you, there's people in prison for the rest of his lives because of him
Oh,
and
yeah.
his interview, and they're still friends. He's probably like, "How are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing great. It's good to see you." They don't even like.
You really think he's actually being friendly with him? Or
I-
think he's just faking it?
I think this is just him. I think he could probably
Yeah.
get you to confess to.
Oh,
he could probably get me to confess to killing JFK. Like, I bet this
We
guy's
need to put
just
these
like
on
he's
the
so
system, as the jail gets kind of upset if we don't.
nice.
I understand.
Yeah.
Police say the suspected shooter killed his wife and in-laws.
Police first got the call before 10 this morning, and they've been on scene investigating ever since. This happening a few blocks away from the Layton Fire Department, which is where we find ABC4's Northern Utah correspondent, Kate Gardner, who's been at the scene today. And Kate, what's the latest?
Yeah, I have been at the scene all day today. So just a little while ago, the police actually confirmed that this is a triple homicide. They say this is a case of domestic violence. It's happened at the home you see right behind me. This is the 1800 block of Gentile Street here in Layton. Now, there's still not a whole lot of information the police can give us at this time, but that is a big update. They are naming the 3 victims.
As far as I was concerned, they was two of the happiest married kids in the world.
Neighbors react to the news of
They
a
were in a
homicide.
good
Things to happen in other neighborhoods, not yours.
The 1800 block of Gentile Street is closed to traffic. Neighbors say it's a quiet area. This morning came as a surprise.
What is going on?
Layton police say 34-year-old Jeremy Bailey called 911 around 9:45 this morning, saying he
He's
had killed his wife
34?
and in-laws.
We know that there was a brief
Did they just say he was
argument
34?
between the
No.
two of them, between Anastasia and Jeremy this morning. And that's really all we know. We haven't been able to determine motive other than that.
Lieutenant Travis Lyman says Bailey was still in the home when police arrived. He exited the home unarmed and was taken into custody. Inside the home, officers found Bailey's wife, Anastasia Stevens, her father, Donald Stevens, and her stepmother, Becky Stevens. All had
They got it
died.
We're
backwards with the
still
stepmother.
talking to Jeremy, but we're not getting a lot of information about what caused, what led up to this or caused him to do this.
Lieutenant Lyman says at this time, they do not know how each person died. Neighbors say this comes as a shock, telling me the couple often stayed to themselves, but offered a helping hand on occasion.
Well, yeah, they were friendly. Yeah, give me their names. So if you never need anything, give me a call. I had their phone number.
I had him cut down a tree, and they do this ridiculous Halloween deal on their yard that's unbelievable, and then a Christmas deal that's unbelievable.
They're the decorating people in the neighborhood.
Now, all of the neighbors I spoke to actually talked about their holiday displays. They said the couple was kind of famous for that. One neighbor told me he heard that the couple was having some marital problems, and that's why the in-laws were in the home. Now, police weren't able to confirm or deny that information. The investigation is ongoing, and Lieutenant Lyman says at this time, it's really unlikely that the police will give us any more updates on the case today. Live in Layton, Cade Garner, ABC4 News.
That's
We
the
have an
report
update
night
to a
of.
story we brought you
This is
last
him
night
getting
out of
charged.
Greene County. The Greene County prosecutor has charged 50-year-old Jesse Huy of Strafford, Missouri, with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of armed criminal action with no bond. Now, last night, just after 6:30, officials say Huy called 911 saying he had just killed 3 of his family members at his home at 4486 North Farm Road 249 in Strafford. Authorities charged Huy with murdering his spouse, Tonya Huy, and her parents, Ronald and Linda Koehler, both from Baton Rouge.
A man from Strafford convicted for the murders of his wife and her parents will be spending the rest of his life behind bars. Jesse Huy told police he killed all 3 because he was tired of them. Fox 49's Parker Padgett live for us tonight at the Greene County Courthouse. And Parker, some emotional words in the courthouse earlier today.
Yeah, Mike, we got to hear from people related to the victims asking the judge to keep Huy behind bars for the rest of his life.
This was a barbaric,
big boy,
heinous, unspeakable crime. The defendant went in and shot 3 unarmed people.
Jesse Huy, after pleading guilty to the murders of Tonya Huy and Ron and Linda Koehler, is now sentenced to life in prison.
I have to check this out. Sir, that really I've never handled a case quite of this nature. The word senseless doesn't seem to really capture what happened here.
Huy told law enforcement he wanted.
Right, this judge
came back from retirement.
came out of retirement, yeah. And you know, when you see this wood, that dark wood and stuff, that's not good. But check out the details that he did leave out, though. So it happens fast, so there's more
His
in
in-laws to leave, but his wife refused to tell them to go. He says he then went to his truck, got a gun, and killed them all in under a minute.
He shot them in cold blood. And then, as the evidence suggests from these photographs, went up to each of them in turn and fired at least a second. In Tonya's case, a third, shot into their head.
Family of the victims gave statements asking the judge to
3 times. So he left that out, and he shot her in the eyes. Did you catch that?
No.
Yeah, so he shot her in both eyes and then shot her a 3rd time. So he left that part out.
to impose the harshest punishment possible.
I will miss Linda and Ron's willingness to always be there for all of us. That's what they were doing with Tonya when this arrogant monster made the selfish decision to take their lives.
I have never been through this type of tragedy before and did not know where to begin. I just did not understand how a person could cause this much devastation to one family and not even have any remorse.
Judge Mountjoy addressed Huy before sentencing and spoke about the manner the 3 were gunned down.
To make sure she saw what you were doing to her parents and then shoot her in the eyes, that's full of all kinds of psychology that is way over my training, but it's horrific. All of this is horrific.
Huy told the courtroom he would have pled over a year ago and didn't want the jury involved at all. He said public defenders filed continuances to extend the process.
They were moving it too far. They were moving too slow for him. And you caught the eye thing, right? He totally left that out. But I know.
He did not bring that up at all. That makes him look even worse.
Right, and there's stories about the Roman emperors and stuff that would do stuff like that, like kill your children in front of you and then gouge your eyes out, so it was the last thing you ever saw. Just dark.
It's
like,
that psychology of it,
yeah.
and like that's hate. Well, also, he didn't want her to see something. That's usually what that means when you mess with the victim's eyes.
Or the last thing he wanted them to see, because she witnessed her parents being murdered in front of her.
Because he shot the parents first, and then he shot her.
Yeah, he shot Ron first, then shot Linda, and then shot Tonya. And then he said he went back and killed them, and he made it sound like he did it because, I'm putting them out of their misery. I heard their gurgle and stuff like that. That's not what happened at all. He went back to make a point, had Tonya watch it, and then shot her in the eyes. And I don't know, all I could think of was that the last thing you ever saw, like, some Roman emperor. So look at this guy's face. I mean, you see this is just terrifying. Yeah, he was 50 years old when this happened. Tonya was 48. Ronald was 78, and Linda's 71. So these are all people that are in their golden years, and then this happens. So you can see this beautiful picture of him. So he's just absolutely terrifying there. I love this one that somebody did where they made him into this Rasputin-looking thing. This is just things I found on YouTube where people are talking about him. And YouTube's just full of these things.
Through their heads, he said that at some point. Jesus.
Yeah, all because they would leave. I could I could see through their heads. I love this one because he never said that in the interview. I watched
Oh
all
god,
of them.
that's why I was like, I don't remember him saying that.
It doesn't.
I
This
hate
is
it when they
just,
do that.
clickbait. But I mean, he might have said it. I didn't see it in any of the things that I saw. And then where you go in and add the dark lines underneath.
See, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
too much.
So I don't know if we have to come up with a
That's
cool.
just too much. No,
We have to
not
come
not
up with
that
our own.
bad.
I mean, this is. I mean, he's scary there though, right?
Yeah, so most people will put like themselves in the corner and then the interrogation back footage in the background and then just like a line.
And then there's this AI generated one where which is
Oh yeah,
total.
that's fake.
Well, it's totally the opposite of what happened
Yeah.
because he never did that. He was the opposite. He was just calm and collected the whole time. He was
I
the
think we
exact
should.
opposite of what he did. And the interrogation was not designed to be adversarial.
Yeah, like I'm fine with people putting the most shocking thing in the caption, but straight up like faking it is just
Yeah.
frustrating.
This one just totally made up. He really did it well, though. It looks like he did that.
Yeah, I do like it when they do focus the victims on the screen a bit, but
And then you want to see
so
the house?
this is the house.
This is the house that they pictured, but they described it as dad lived upstairs.
So I think it's that. I think he does live upstairs. It's probably one of those that's built on a hill. So my grandparents had a house like that when I was a kid, where you could go upstairs and downstairs and there, but there was a whole section where it felt like it was ground floor, but it was technically the basement level.
Yeah.
But it's basically, I think that's how this house is. I think it's on a hill. So I think that is where the dad lives. To see the ramp, and if his dad has dementia,
Could be.
the ramp makes sense.
It just looks
And
like,
then they
the
live
windows.
downstairs.
I don't know.
That's
Anyway,
vacant houses like that.
this is the house that kept popping up, and somehow there is a two-story thing going on here.
Yeah, I
So I
think
don't
it's
know how that works.
probably on a hill, is my guess.
Could be. Let's see what else we got.
The size.
That was it. That's the case of Jesse Huy.
The size of that property, though, I don't understand why the parents couldn't have just parked their RV on the property and lived in the RV while they were helping her out. I feel like he probably made it more difficult, so he just didn't let them stay there. So that's why the mom was in the house.
It feels like there's any number of things you
Like
could have
there's
done
just so many.
to make that better.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to say. Here's the three of them, other than what you saw there. It's not really. It's like the worst whodunit ever because he just flat out admitted to it. I mean, the real star of this was the interrogator, who handled it so well. I mean, that guy was great. All the movies that you see where they come in and good cop, bad cop. All you needed was him with his little notepad, and he just got everything he needed. I was very impressed
Like
with
good cop, bad cop can be effective in certain situations.
Yeah.
But this one was just.
I just feel like you're gonna get that immediate wall that's up when you come at somebody like that.
And
He got
especially
him to open up.
a defendant that is so open, you do not want to approach them with any aggression. Like, yeah, I know that interrogator is probably shocked and frightened a bit to be in a room alone with this guy with the door shut, but it helps. It helps to pander to them in those moments because they'll incriminate themselves as he did.
All right, so I know we laughed about this and stuff, but it's really not funny because Linda, Ron, and Tonya here lost their lives brutally. That was just absolutely terrifying and brutal. And then he did it again, and it's horrible. But is there?
We're not laughing at them.
Yeah,
What he did was horrible.
it's so absurd. It's just so absurd. Because and it's funny because we've all fought it. We've all thought, you know what? What if I just got a gun or did something crazy and blow the building up? But obviously, you don't do that, right? I mean, we all have something that stops us from doing that because it's crazy and it's worse than the actual problem. You're just making things worse. But what did you learn from this? Is there any takeaway from this, or is this just?
Shit in a force.
Yeah. I didn't really learn anything.
No, it's just.
Like, I don't have a takeaway. There's no moral story other than you just can't. Like, you gotta keep yourself together.
It's a very unique situation because people don't usually snap in that way and when they do, they don't immediately confess. That's the thing that's what makes me think he's not a psychopath because he immediately confessed. He didn't feel bad, and you can still not have empathy and not be a psychopath about certain things, but. And he blamed her for everything.
Yeah, and he flat out asked him, "Would you do this again?" Well, obviously you wouldn't do that. He even set him up. He was trying to help him out. Obviously, as a mistake was made, you wouldn't do this again, would you? And you're like, "Well, I don't know about all that. She shouldn't have put me here in position to begin with. So my point is I don't think Linda, Ron, and Tonya did anything all of us haven't done. We have these disagreements where I want these people to go. We're going to stay longer. We have that happen all the time.
And like,
So I don't think we learned anything. I don't think Linda, Ron, and Tonya could have.
on the house too, and so he realized, oh, I can't evict them. I can't do anything about it. So he just killed them, and he's like, well, I'll deal with the consequences.
Sure.
And at that point, it's just
Ruin 4 people's lives immediately, and then probably the residual damage from these people's family members and children and Ron and Linda are going to be grandparents, and this is
but
just
like looking at them too, because like when I saw the case before, I think I just saw bits of the interview. I didn't look at more further into the case, but like looking at them, there's no threat there. Like they're not a threat to you. Yeah, they could be in your house and annoying. Go get a hotel.
you do anything but grab a gun. The gun really just isn't a solution to anything.
Like, if you don't want a divorce, go get a hotel, go stay somewhere else. And like, if she's complaining about that, be like, well, go stay upstairs with your dad. There's literally a second house on top of
He
you.
really did. He had another house upstairs.
You can be like, sure, fine. She wants to take care of you. You do everything. I'm not going to help with anything. If you're really that frustrated with these people being in your house, don't help. If she is really being a problem, which, I mean, there definitely was some conflict. They probably were a problem, but it also could have been a point where they were worried about their daughter, so they weren't going to leave their daughter alone with this guy.
True, or any number of reasons why you don't want to leave your house. The other point that I would make is his whole point is he didn't like his roommates. How do you think he likes his roommates now? Right?
I mean,
if he didn't like Ron and Linda, I can't imagine who he's bunking with right now. But Ron and Linda seem
much based on his size, but still, like
he didn't move very well though. You saw him like he's an old he's
oh yeah, he did do the oh my back.
Yeah, he did.
Poor back.
You saw him get up and his knee and stuff. He's not going to be. He's going to need a gun in his truck to go kill people. So anyway, what did you learn from this? Nothing.
Just don't kill people.
Yeah, don't kill people. The gun's really not the solution to your problem.
Don't kill people. Get a divorce, or just go.
Right.
So you calm down.
If you want to hit something, hit the subscribe button. That's what you should do. That was pretty good, right? Yeah, thanks. So I'm Keith. This is Spiv. This is our first video, so the audio's terrible. We're going to work on that. Maybe we'll do more. Hit the subscribe button, and hopefully there'll be video number 2.
This is really fun.
Oh, all right. Bye.